Hi, this is Leigh Ambergy, stampwithleigh.com. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Metro, Ohio, and thank you for joining me on today's video. This is the card that I'm going to be featuring today. It's very simple, very basic, just stamping, except this time, instead of stamping on the cardstock, we're going to be stamping onto a piece of Designer Series paper. This is a fun technique, fun way to use your Designer Series paper, and lots of times I forget about it. But what I've used on this card is this large flower is from the mixed florals, and the background, the wording, the text on this is from the Elements of Text. Both of these are an online exclusive. You will not see them in any Stampin' Up! Publication. You can only see them online. And if you go to my site, Leigh, Leigh, .stampinup.net, and then click on online, you will see all of the online product, all of our online exclusives. So let's get started with the card. And my card base is very vanilla. And if you're watching this from my YouTube channel, in the description box below, if it's not opened, click more to expand that. And then you will find a link that will take you to my blog post featuring this card and all of the material I've used, I've used for this card, and measurements for the project will all be listed in that blog post. All of a sudden, I'm like starting to lose my voice. All right, so for our stamping, I'm eventually going to need this. All of my stamping has been done with pecan pie ink pad. So what I'm going to do is stamp my background stamp first. And if you look, it's like, my stamp is a little bit bigger than my stamp pad. And yes, you can sit here and go like this all over. That has, for me, a tendency to get the ink here on the edging, and I just now stuck my finger in it, to get the ink on the edging, and then I end up sticking my fingers in it, and then getting my fingers all over my cardstock. So this is just a Stampin' Chamois that I cut in half for smaller areas. So my suggestion on this, and what works, like I said, best for me so I don't stick my fingers, is just lay your stamp down flat and pick your ink pad up. Okay, so I'm going to hopefully get this in the center. There we go, I was upside down, which I guess it wouldn't have mattered because I could have just flipped my paper over. And I'm just going to lightly press down. And it's still not straight, but you know what? I'm okay with it. All right, so now I'm going to bring in my Stampin' Pierce mat because my next stamp is photopolymer. And again, this stamp is bigger than my ink pad. So I'm just going to turn my ink pad over and ink my stamp. And then lots of times when I'm using long, very long stamps like this, I turn it the opposite way. And I'm going to try stamping this on an angle so that maybe will offset the, yeah, it kind of does. Kind of offsets that my first stamp was not straight. Oh, well. I can't win them all. All right. Now we're just going to assemble our card. That's all there is to it. My tape runner. And I'm just going to adhere this down to my piece of Daffodil Delight. And this Designer Series paper is the beautiful Bokeh DSP. And I'm just going to put that down. All right, on this card, I used the Daffodil Satin ribbon. It's in the new current mini catalog. But I think for this one, I don't know if I want to pull out the gold open weave. I'm not sure. I think I am. I think I'm going to put the open weave on this one. And if you follow my videos, you know that I do not wrap ribbon all the way around my projects. You can, There is nothing wrong with that. For me, to me, it's like a waste of ribbon because I do have classes. So all of my consumables are used for a class. It's not just my own personal use or videos or enjoyment. So yeah, and this, what I love with this is you can just kind of like smush it down and yeah. All right, now I want to make sure that stays. So I'm just going to reach up here and I'm just going to grab some tape and just tape that down. It's on the back side. No one's going to see it. But again, getting back to, I don't feed my ribbon or loop it around because it also, no one's going to see the ribbon on the back of my card. But again, then too, it also can have a tendency to add more bulk to my project. All right. Add this to my card base, Very Vanilla. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is just bring through a piece of this, and I'm not going to tie a bow. You know, there's a bow on that is very thin. I think that's 1/8 of an inch ribbon. So this bow is really not taking, you know, it's not detracting from what's here. This, I'm not going to tie a bow. I think I am just going to knot it. Just going to knot this. That's it. To my ends. And then I can also, if I want to, sort of scrunch that up even. All right, so yeah, so we've just changed that out a little bit with the ribbon. And then to finish it all off, where do I want it? Probably just the same place over here. I'm just going to put a little tiny dot, there it is, of my liquid glue. And this is the Tombow. I just have mine in a very fine tip bottle. It's easier for me to manage. And I'm going to be using the tiny bee trinkets. I love these. They're so cute. Let me see if I can get one that's already facing the right direction. Just going to pick that up, set it down, and I'm going to leave it alone because it will take it just a little bit of time to set up and dry with that glue. So yeah, so there is no stamping as far as the greeting goes on the front of this card, and I did that on purpose because I wanted the main focal point to be the stamping on the designer series paper. You know, and since the background stamp that I used, then the focal point with the flower, and then some ribbon and a small little trinket. On this card, I needed an anniversary card, so I stamped Happy Anniversary on the inside. This one I'm going to leave blank for when I need something. I mean, this would be great for thinking of you, sympathy card, get well, feel better, birthday. So just about anything you would want to use it for. But like I said, I'm going to be needing an anniversary card, so that's what I made mine for. And I think that's it. So yeah, so this is what I've got to show for you today. Very basic, very simple, very easy type of card. So go head into your stash of designer series paper and see if you've got something that you can stamp on top of instead of actually stamping on the cardstock. So again, thanks for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Bye.